Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.
Hello, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to this week's WWE Raw Recap show. I am Ronald Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent, and I don't know why I keep doing that. I know it's like every video I keep doing like, hey, I'm this, I'm that. I almost looks like I'm cutting a promo. Anyway, sorry to digress. Anyway, this week's Raw takes place at the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. They got treated with some pretty good matches this week. You had the Becky Lynch Zoe Stark match was pretty good. Even the Dominique Sami Zayn match was pretty good. Yeah, I mean that's just off the top of my head. The Bronson Reed Tommaso Ciampa match was really good. Anyway, like I said, they'll treat with pretty good action and some more build up to SummerSlam. Speaking of build up, you would be a champ right now if you could help me build up my subscription list by hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit the like, notification bell. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you thought about this week's Raw. Well, let's let it rip. Alright, kicking off this show is the Judgment Day. They all come out, celebrate Dirty Dominique's winning the NXT North American Championship, which threw me a huge surprise. I thought that would end like in some kind of smiles or something like that. Anyway, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn came out. They remind Dom that no one cares what he has to say and no one respects him. Then, that went into a North American title match being set up between Dominic Mysterio and Sami Zayn for later on. Next, alright, first match of the night was Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark. If Becky Lynch was to defeat Zoe Stark, she would get a match with Trish Stratus come SummerSlam. Match starts off, like I said, this is a pretty good match. Lynch had an advantage first, then Zoe put her athletic skills to work. Also did a little bit of cheating too. She used the ropes a little bit in the abdominal stretch. I'm glad to see that little move coming back in style. The match went outside. Trish got involved, headbutted Becky Lynch with her face guard on. Almost helped Stark still won. However, Becky Lynch was able to kick out, come back. Stark would go for a springboard move, but Becky Lynch countered with the manhandle slam for the win. And like I said, Becky Lynch gets her shot at Trish Stratus come SummerSlam. Should be a pretty good match. This right here was a good match. Like I said, what Zoe Stark lacks in mic skills, she makes it up for her in-ring work. So hopefully those mic skills would, kind of start to develop a little bit more. And hey, I've been kind of high on Zoe Stark. I believe she got a bright future. Like I said, this is my opinion. Next. Alright, now it's time for the Cody Rhodes promo time. Kind of funny here, in a way. He gets on the mic, looks at the camera and says, "Friends, I want to apologize for turning my back because I want to see everyone here." So I don't know if that was a little jab at, the AEW. Seems like there's no fans in the hard cam area, but there used to be, they would let fans sit around the hard cam area, but seems that'd be pretty much an empty spot there, but not trying to bash him. Just sounds like a little bit of jab there. Anyway, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. You think it was a jab, or was it just, Cody being Cody? Playing that, probably right now the best white meat babyface around right now. At least top 5 easily. Tom pure white meat babyface. Anyway, he talks about Brock Lesnar, talks about beating him up in front of his mother. He said it didn't really impress his mother because he's seen people do worse to his dad. Says down that not only he wants to beat Brock Lesnar, he wants to embarrass Brock Lesnar, and everybody's like, oh, he's poking a bear, he does all that, but really emphasizes that he wants to embarrass Brock Lesnar. So that's gonna be match number 3. So I imagine Cody will probably go over in that match unless something changes at the last minute. Um, so we saw she. Next, all right, next match of the night is the NXT North American Championship. Why an NXT Championship is on a Raw guy and being defended on Raw and SmackDown, I have no idea other than the kind of push Dominic Mysterio a little bit. Anyway, Sami Zayn challenging for the title against the champion Dominic Mysterio. And I don't want to know, are those really shark skin boots that Dominic was wearing? Don't think PETA is going to be happy about somebody wearing animal skin boots on their show, or on any show. Anyway, clothesline out of the ring, a dive by Sammy puts Sammy to the advantage. During a commercial break, we do see Rhea getting involved. Sammy will get back to the advantage, went to the top rope, but gets shoved off by Damian Priest, excuse me. Kevin Owens gets involved as well. Ref decided to throw everybody out. Dominic countered 3 Blue Thunder bombs, but wasn't able to counter a 4th one. Sammy got a 2 count on that one. Dominic got a little bit of advantage a little bit. Nailed a 619 for a 2 count. He hit the 3 Amigos, went for a frog splash, but Sammy got his knees up. Sammy was going for the haluva kick, but Sammy was distracted by Priest and Ripley putting a whooping on Kevin Owens. And of course, this distracted Sammy, like I said, and Dirty Dom just snuck around and did a schoolboy roll, pulled his britches a little bit for the 1, 2, 3. Dominic Mysterio is still your NXT North American champion. Odd, I guess. I don't know why they put it on him. I guess they're regular. They want to put championships on them now, and not just Rhea Ripley. I mean, I guess since now Damian Priest has a briefcase, maybe there's going to be a split. I don't know. Again, hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think about the situation. And let's get to the next match. Alright, next match is Bronson Reed versus Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa went up to Shinsuke Nakamura again and said, look, dude, I'm sorry. And I'm going to forgive you for the kick, but I don't get too many freebies. But if you interfere in this match, then we might start having problems. Anyway, during the beginning, Bronson Reed was having his way on Ciampa, but Tommaso chopped and kicked his way back. Reed would come back with an Oklahoma Stampede with a Dr. Death name drop. Didn't say Steve Williams. Kudos to Corey Graves on that one. I hate to be one of these people who puts those jabs to Vince McMahon, but I can almost guarantee that Vince McMahon didn't feed that in this year. So I don't know if that was Corey Graves came out with that with himself. If I was going to be betting Triple H, or BG James or Brian James, Road Dogg, maybe fed him that line. Who knows? Interesting. Really like to know. Again, not to be a dead horse, but what do you think? Who gave Corey Graves that Dr. Death line? Was it did he come up with his own? Was it Triple H? Was it who else is up there in production? Brian James, Road Dogg. What do you guys think? Anyway, hate to get sidetracked. This is a really good match. I'd probably say it's hard to pick a favorite. It's really hard to pick a favorite when there's multiple really good matches. But I get back without a minute. Ciampa showed he had some cock strong motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Hope nobody understood what I said that time, but it wasn't for those virgin ears. But he was able to pick up the big Bronson Reed. Um, but Ciampa would wind up getting distracted by Shinsuke Nakamura, who was walking to the ring. Unfortunately, Ciampa turned around. Reed hits him with a shoulder tackle from the apron to the floor. Then Bronson Reed hit that big old tsunami splash from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Big win for Bronson Reed. That dude's a monster. I don't know if he was really breathing too heavy, probably towards the end, but he held his own in that match. Like I said, I think the only thing I don't like was the whole Shinsuke deal. It's like, it would be perfectly believable if Bronson Reed pinned Ciampa, without any help. But still got to have that heat. Don't know where they're going with this. I don't know if it's now you're going to have a tag team with Shinsuke and Bronson. Bronson seems to just float around in everybody's matches. So who knows what's going on. Maybe they're trying to do that. He's a hired gun type superstar. We sell she. Next up, we were supposed to have Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, I guess, didn't feel like want to wrestle too much. So before the match even got underway, Liv Morgan was blindsided by Rhea as she was coming to the ring. Rhea threw her around, worked on the shoulder, threw Liv back in the ring, trapped her arm in a chair, then stomped on her a few times. So looks like we got a injured Liv Morgan now. So Rhea Ripley's hurting him, beating him up, and sent him to the what do you call that? The injured list. Yeah, he's sending all the women's division to the IL. So she ain't gonna have too many opponents left. But that's her though. She's dominating. She's mean. She don't care. She's the champ. She's part of the Judgment Day. Who runs this place? Who runs Raw and SmackDown and NXT? Runs the whole damn company. Next. Alright, next segment we have Ricochet coming out to the ring, and he pretty much states that Logan Paul won't make it because, quite frankly, he's a prick. I don't think you'll hear too many arguments from anybody else. He at least comes off as a prick. Never met him in person, so don't know. Anyway, Paul hits Ricochet from behind, one of those deadly punches, accepts the challenge, mocks the fans, takes a selfie. Unfortunately for Paul, Ricochet gets up, hits him with a super kick and a shooting star press. Ricochet mocks him now, takes a selfie, and that was the end of that segment. Next. So next match is Damian Priest versus Apollo Crews. Another little match was set up backstage. Apollo didn't really care for the Judgment Day be bullying everybody, so Damian Priest said, "Hey, let's settle it." Bell rings. Damian gives Apollo a big kick, and this was pretty much Damian Priest's match. Apollo Crews had a few little shiny moments here, but not many. Crews would finally go for one more comeback, but got decked with a forearm, then a clothesline, then went south of heaven, courtesy of Damian Priest, who gets the win here. Next. Alright, now we get the face-off with the Intercontinental Champion, the Ring General, Gunther, and Drew McIntyre. They have a little face-off. They go back and forth, hyping their upcoming SummerSlam match. Ludwig Kaiser doesn't like the way he's talking to the Ring General. Hey, Drew states, "Hey, Kaiser, I find you more entertaining, and maybe you should be leader of the Imperium." Of course, all this leads to a match between Drew McIntyre and Ludwig Kaiser. Excuse me. And that's the next match here: Drew McIntyre versus Ludwig Kaiser. Drew shows Gunther that he can throw those heavy chops too, as he lays them into Gunther's boy Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig actually get the control of the match after putting Drew through the post and hitting a dropkick outside. Of course, we get a little commercial break. We come back. Kaiser still's got the advantage. Drew made a comeback. hit the big comeback button. Finished Ludwig Kaiser with a Claymore kick. After the match, Gunther and the Imperium attack Drew. Matt Riddle comes in, helps out. Then it's pretty much Drew McIntyre and Gunther tying it up. Drew was able to put Gunther through a table, which, was impressive and definitely was liked amongst the crowd there. Very much. Anytime you use a table, it's a crowd pleaser. It's been that way for years now. Next. Alright. Finally, we have the contract signing for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. You know how these things go. Finn and Seth, talk, hype up their match. Finn reminds Seth that the Judgment Day still runs his place. Out come the Judgment Day, and they start putting a whooping on Seth Rollins. Sami Zayn tries to help out, but he goes south of heaven. Show ends with a Judgment Day on top of everything. Seems like very much a fine unit right now. No problems whatsoever. There's not one guy going for going at SummerSlam with a title match and another member with a Money in the Bank briefcase. What can go wrong, right? Anyway, if you folks stayed around this long, I do appreciate it. And I would appreciate, again, click on that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber yet. Leave a comment. What did you think about this week's Raw? What do you think about Zoe Stark's future? What do you think is going to happen with Judgment Day? A lot of questions to be asked. Love to hear your opinions. Other than that, you folks have a good one and take it easy.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife and Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below the video. That is Ecolife and Natural.